My name is Dimitri, and I have been sharing or renting my personal RV on Outdoorsy and RV Share for 5 years now. I have started with a much older model, and as I upgraded, I'm happy to share the newer Thor Majestic, which is about the perfect size for longer trips, for trips that include a lot of transitions, very easy to drive, very easy to park. So I will make a tour all around to show you how to use it, how to dump, connect, and everything else. Let's do a outside walk around. First, there is a internal inside propane tank. That tank holds about 12 gallons, correction. And those 12 gallons is enough for at least a week of absolutely full heat, cooking, showering, etc. And in hot weather, it consumes a lot less. So there is internal indicator inside the cabin, but this is the most accurate to tell how much propane is left. I always rent it full on propane, and I expect it brought back full, so I don't have to charge any refueling fees. Second, storage and awning. RV has a single storage compartment in the back. I have an upper shelf for smaller, lightweight things like chairs. I do have a small cold-only external shower connection here. There are two leveling blocks, a wedge and a plastic block, so you can drive on them to make RV level when you park. Underneath here, there's a folding table. Bring your own cloth, but it's fully functional and very useful. And in this compartment, I keep a water hose, and this is for clean water only. And this is what you use to filling the clean water tank. This is called gravity fill. Just connect the garden hose, fill this until full, and this would give you enough water for a couple days of showers and everything with almost no conservation. Pretty big tank. Also in the storage compartment, there is a tool for the awning. Now, awnings are demanding. They can be tricky, but if you decide to use it, this is the process. Unlatch both legs, front and back. Make sure this big nut is not tied. It has to be loose so that the leg can move up and down. This is important. And I know because the front nut has been broken rather recently and now it's missing. Unlatch the front leg. Then with the tool you reach up and there's a small hint. It says pull up and roll down. You flip the switch in a roll down position, grab onto the hook and pull enough to give you the shade that you're looking for. Now, it is important to know how to fold it correctly. To fold the awning back, pull lightly on the strap. Have the tool in your second hand, that's very important. Then flip the switch to a roll up position. It has to go easy. If it's stuck, that means you need to get more pressure on a pull strap. And when it's flipped, don't let go. It's spring loaded. It will walk itself back. So feed it slowly. Do not let go, otherwise it will slam and break itself. That's when you have to insert the tool and walk it all the way back to its place. Last little item, give this front arm a little push. And now do the same with the rear. That will keep the awning secured in place, and so it won't open as you drive. Another storage access in the rear goes to the same compartment, but this may be easier if you have long skis or whatever gear that is longer. And now to the driver's side. That's where you find all the connections. Water, that's where you connect the clean water hose to the city water inlet. It does not fill the tank, but that supplies water directly to your faucets. Electricity. This is a generator outlet, and the plug has to be firmly connected to the generator outlet, otherwise your generator will not be supplying power. But when at the campground, you connect this plug into the campground 30 amp outlet. When done, put the cord back and connect the plug. Fuel, regular unleaded, and now onto the dumping. That's why I have the glove on my hand. This is your sewer connection. There are two levers, the black, which is the toilet, that must be dumped into a designated dumping station only. And there's the gray water, which is your soapy water from sinks and shower. And that many people find other places to dump that if needed, but I still recommend to dump both at the same time in this particular order. The black first and the gray second. This is how you do it. There is a storage for the hose up here. Pull it out, use gloves, and put this other end into the ground, into the hole, into the sewer station. Then connect the feeding firmly to the outlet. Then you pull the black handle first. When you pull, you will see there is movement inside the hose. When it's done, close the black handle. There is no need, in fact, I ask you not leave this handle open as you're connected on the campground. Please let the black tank fill at least half or two-thirds. Otherwise, the solids will not move out of the tank. When you're done dumping the black tank, you pull the gray handle, and that soapy water rinses all the sewer from the hose. So when you're done, it doesn't look nasty. It will be clean. Still, I recommend flushing the hose and all around with, if there is a flush hose available. Do not use drinking water hose, please. That will be contaminating the hose that I have included or other people's equipment. So typically, the soapy water is enough to keep it clean after you've done dumping. So that easy. Now another trick is try to dump sewer after you have been driving. This way it comes out easy without nasty look or feel. Now let's go inside. Switch at the entrance. The first switch is for outside and the corresponding inside lights. And the second switch is the courtesy light. That is very helpful to leave at night, so you don't have to walk in a complete darkness. Electric water heater, that is additional to the propane. If you are on a campground connected to electricity, that helps you to save some propane and heat up the water faster. This is the main control panel, and that's the main propane water heater. It works without connection, so RV is fully self-sustained. There is no requirement for electricity to operate any appliances except the microwave and the air conditioning. Only those two appliances need alternating current, so AC 110 volts. There are two ways to get that. Either connect at the campground or run the generator. Run the generator by holding the start, and when the light is on, you can hear the generator is humming, and that's when the microwave came on, and that's when you can use the air conditioning on the roof. When you're done, hit stop, and the hour meter will keep track of how many hours the generator has been running. Now onto the testing panel. If you hold the levels test, you see that it's fresh, water is full, propane is full, battery is fully charged, and the gray and black tanks are empty. Sometimes when you dump, those indicators can be sticky for a little bit. As long as you know that they're empty, then that's good. The last switch on the control panel, water pump. This is only needed if you're not connected to the city water. That enables your faucets to work as normal with hot and cold water. Stove. There are 3 burners with ignition. Turn on the gas, spark, and that's your cooking stove. Sometimes those covers can rattle off as you drive, and the gas wouldn't ignite on one of them. Simply replace it onto its designated position, and that will fix it. When you cook, please use the hood exhaust, high and low. It's very low noise, very convenient. This helps you remove nasty cancerogenic smoke that propane emits, although we don't smell it. Yeah, normal regular microwave, just like at home. Storage, the storage for pans and pots under the cooking stove. Under sink storage, typically I put a trash garbage bag on those little hooks, so we have a small garbage bag. Fortunately, not enough space for a full size garbage can. On the sink, I have the tough plastic cutting board. It doubles down as a surface as well as a cutting board, so feel free to use it. Removable. Soap and dishwashing fluid. Paper towels, bring some extra, but I will have one roll for you at pickup. Space for dishes and supplies. However, I recommend bringing disposable plates so you don't have to wash them. If you do, there is soap and dishwashing fluid here and a place for a sponge. 56-inch wide bed, almost a queen size, and plenty of overhead storage all around. Overhead vent, and I do have a light blocking cover that attaches to the Velcro points. Shower. You have a combined shower and toilet bowl here. For the shower, as long as you have the water pump or water connected, hot and cold water, and this handle has very convenient valve to preserve water without messing with the hot-cold setting. When you shower, use the fan. It's a small room and it fills up with steam very fast. To get the curtain closed, use both hands to walk it vertical and careful all the way to close. And when you're done, again, use both hands. Make sure it doesn't escape out of the rail. Walk it all the way back and secure with a strap to keep the door closed in stacked position to retain pleat memory. For the bowl, lift the pedal up to add some water before you use it. That keeps it clean. And when you're done, hold the pedal down, flush it. After every time you empty the sewer tank, to keep the tank clean and prevent the smell, drop one of those bags into the toilet bowl and flush it. Also, when you use the toilet, give it plenty of water. Also, under the sink, I have toilet paper. Please do not use household toilet paper. It has to be made for RV specifically. It is a dissolvable paper that does not clog the sensors. That's very important to have functioning sensors. Also, I have a spare garbage can and some detergent just in case. It just lives here. If you need it, feel free to use it. Space for your toothbrushes and other supplies. And next, drawer with a clothes hanger. It's tall enough to have additional bucket or bag of clothing down below. And then two pull-out drawers below the storage. Fridge. On and auto, that's the mode it should be left in. If you are connected to electricity in the campground, it will automatically jump to AC. Otherwise, it will run on propane, and it does run as you drive. It takes propane to power the insides, the unit. More overhead storage here. Don't put anything too heavy on top, it may fall. And in this compartment I have a DVD player with two remotes, one for TV and one for DVD. It does take a USB thumb drive, so if you bring movies, it will play them. Otherwise, it will play DVDs. It is connected to the TV outside. TV does swing out. It can come out and be visible from the rear or from the bunk bed. Bunk bed is oversized. It's larger than a queen. And this removable piece is what makes the bed whole. It's the only rigid piece with a foam on top. When not in use, very convenient to push it back out of the way, so you have the full walkway here.